We're back to looking at OTAs, and we're going to take another look at the Tennessee Titans, and we're going to take another look at Will Levis. We're going to watch him sling the rock today at practice. I got a lot of clips, but before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're going hard in the paint here. We're looking at these rookies from rookie camp, OTAs, minicamp, training camp, on top of your veterans, so you can get a good idea of what your favorite players are doing behind the scenes at these camps. Click that button. Stop missing out on your favorite players. We're looking at Will Levis right now. We looked at him like last week. We're looking at him again. A minute and a half of clips. Here we go. We're going to watch him sling the rock around. It's drills. It's pitch and catch. It should look like pitch and catch, and it does. They're doing some 7-on-7s. They're doing some quick dropbacks. They're doing some drills. Just the basic stuff. They're getting the tires wet here. They're getting things ready for mini camp. They're getting ready for training camp. That's all they're doing right now. They're installing. They're getting the basics in. And they're getting to know some of their players. The players are getting to know some of the new coaches and all that stuff. A lot of basics going on. A lot of basics with rookie camp. And a lot of basics with the veterans here at OTAs. We're getting the blood flowing. But here we go. We're seeing him sling the rock. That is what OTAs is about. Boom. Slinging it out. He's on the mark on a lot of his throws. Working through his reads a little bit. A little bit. The ball comes out live. I'll say that. The ball comes out live. It comes out on a rope. It comes out quick. He showed that at the combine. He showed that in college. Comes out fast. I can tell you that because I look at quarterbacks all day long. That comes off live off the hand. A little bit on the back step there and getting it out there. Stepping back. Ooh, I like the suddenness there. Is that Pollard? Is that Pollard? I wasn't really paying attention looking for him. And I guess I saw Pollard. That's cool. I'm going to have a video out on Tony Pollard soon with some of his clips. He doesn't have too many, but I'd rather show you a couple than none. But Will Levis is in a situation here where he's got the keys to the car, and they're adding talent left and right. They got Calvin Ridley. They got Tyler Boyd, DeAndre Hopkins. And 5 years ago, if you would have rattled off those three, you would have thought it was an all-star team. Of course, they're older, but for a young quarterback like this, that is tremendous. 3 dependable wide receivers who will create separation, who when targeted will bring in the ball. And when you line up pre-snap, you get a good feel of the read, you get a good feel of the covers there. Say it's cover 2, say you see Tampa 2, that might kind of jet out there towards the middle, and you're like, I got concepts here to the left that I can explore, and I could wing it out here to Ridley, and I know he's going to break off that right precisely, and he's going to create separation. He's going to bring that ball in, and your timing is going to be that much better because you're going to have that much more confidence, and you're going to have it on both sides of the field. You'll have it in the middle with Tyler Boyd. Treylon Burks, for what it's worth, for what it is worth, I'm saying it twice because it's OTAs, is looking good. In OTAs, looking good right now. He is healthy. Had good reports today. Had good reports last week. Good size adjusted athleticism. He could be an X factor here due to the size adjusted athleticism. I'm not saying he's going to be gangbusters. I'm saying that, hey, you got 3 good wide receivers. If he comes on a little bit and you got those wide receivers on the outside with Tyler Boyd in the slot creating havoc, then you run him on some drag routes. He reels in those passes and do what he needs to do and get you yards after the catch, then that could be a nasty 4 wide receiver set. On top of that, maybe we can get him on some shorter routes and stop slinging them deep. His ADOT was way too high last year for him to play his own game. He commented saying the concepts are looking better for him this year. We'll see. We'll see. Will Levis, though, is in a grand situation. You got Tony Pollard, too. You can catch the ball out of the backfield, electric in space. Also, Tajay Spears, same thing. Different running backs, though. Different type. But same thing. Electric in space, catches the ball out of the backfield, good between the tackles, has very sweet feet, has good vision. This is a good backfield, an underrated backfield. This team has a lot of pieces now. It all has to come together. And another thing, if something happens to one of these wide receivers, because it is football, you do have Treylon Burks there, first-round wide receiver, who's looking good, who could be okay as your wide receiver 3 if you're down on him, but he does have some upside with the size-adjusted athleticism, and if he's used more properly, shorter routes where he can get you yards after the catch. He's not going to be a deep ball guy. That's just not his game. Getting Yak off the drag routes would be nice. Maybe some slants. Maybe something on the outside where he gets some space. Something like that. But you got some good wide receivers here. With Ridley, that's a huge addition to this team. Because a young quarterback like this, stepping up to the line of scrimmage, sees what he sees. Ridley, you can depend on him. Of course, you can depend on DeAndre Hopkins. You can sling it all over the field for him. And then on top of that, Tyler Boyd. You cannot get a more dependable slot receiver. When I look at this depth chart, those 3 wide receivers, it screams dependability. And when I look at Will Levis, I look at a quarterback here that wants to sling the rock, that is very aggressive slinging it downfield, and I think that is a good tandem there because he can be himself, he can be aggressive, and that could allow him to take a step forward. Maybe not. That's not a prediction, but when you put the pieces together, it's optimal right now. So if he's not going to hit this year, if he's not going to take any step forward this year, it ain't going to happen. So you got a good litmus test on what you got in a quarterback right now here in 2024, whether or not you need to fill out this experiment, take it forward, or just cut it dead and move on to another quarterback. You will know this year. That is the good thing because you got your wide receivers, you got your depth chart. Unless you get hit with injuries, hope you don't. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.